Hi guys, welcome back with me again, Lukman. Uh, I'm a teacher. I'm a math teacher in SMP Muhammad Istukombong, and I've been working there for like 4 years. And tonight I will deliver about an article from Harvard Business School, and the topic is about Nike. You know that Nike is one of the biggest sport company, uh, but uh, this article talk about the Nike in 90s, not today. So the article started with a very sad tragedy that happened in Vietnam. So there is a very young lady that died in one morning in the factory because when she was trimming a sole in the factory, some liquid metal spray into her lungs and she died at the time. And this bring a lot of problem to the Nike, and of course it worsened the condition beside many factors. So in 90s, the mainstream issue about Nike is uh, they had a problem in labor practice, like very low minimum wage in the developing country, and there is no proper safety system in the factory, in the environment of factory, that can be very dangerous to the workers, and they even can lose their life in the factory, like uh, like in Vietnam that I was talking the first. So talk about the minimum wage. I think we know that why Nike put their factory in the developing country, because yeah, as we know that in developing country the minimum wage is very low, rather than if they build the factory in the United States. For example, in Indonesia at that time, they just need to pay like $2 a day to the workers. But if they build the factory in the United States, they have to pay the workers around maybe $8, and this is very significant differences between the wage in developing country and the wage in the United States. And this is, I think, the main reason why Nike puts their factory to developing country, because they can reduce the production costs very low, very efficient. But beside the minimum wage, there are some uncertainty about the rules of the minimum age that a worker can work there. So, in this article, in Indonesia, there are a lot of workers that's still in underage. For example, 14 years old, even 12 years old, and I think uh, if they hire that children, I mean that teenager, they can pay even lower rather than $2, right? Um, they can pay that lower because the teenager doesn't have family to feed, but the adult one, they have a family to feed, so they need more money. And I think the thing that the teenagers have fewest condition that requires them to have money, make they don't have to think about a lot of money. But if the worker is an adult, they will think they have to get a lot of money because they have family to feed, right? And in Indonesia, we often listen from the older one that we have to work sincerely. We don't have to think about money. We have to work hard work with a good effort, but we don't have to think about the money because we will have we will get a good reward in heaven if we work sincerely. And it doesn't make any sense because the main reason why we work just because we want get money, right? We want get money to live better, but they just said you just relax, don't think about the money will come after this, and you will get a good reward in heaven if you work sincerely. And I think it just ideologic, ideological tools used by capitalists to normalize the inequality, right? And it happens for a very long time because in the before generation they have that ideological, but in this generation I think we have realized that there's something wrong in that sentence because we work to get money to have a better life than before. And yeah, for next the work each day they have a very over hours. I mean, they work more than they should. So it's like a exploitation, right? In the environment of factory. And Nike always deny that they don't have. I mean, they don't pay low wage because they have a reason that they just buy the product, not by their own factory. But the fact that they just build the factory, they hire the workers and pay them very low in a developing country. Wait a second, I think I need to drink coffee. I think it's the fifth cups of coffee for today. I hope that not too bad for my body because I drink a lot of coffee every day. And the condition of Nike that time in 1998 they finally hit the vault. I mean, for the first time in the 13 years the company lost their profit, their revenue, I mean, for 69%, and it hits them a lot. And then after that they start the revolution to more friendly with laborers, they change the rule how about the minimum age, they change the rule about the minimum wage, and yeah, they change the rule to the better condition for the labor. So, and I remember I said that the labor in developing country, they only get $2 a day. And if we compare that wage with what Michael Jordan get for the contract with Nike, it will took the labor like 10 of thousand of years of work every day, more than 8 hours a day, to get the same amount of money with Michael Jordan. We just signs the contract, and it's very significant difference, right? Um, you know what makes this more more ironic, because the majority of the worker at that time was living under a very bad condition. They struggle to feed their family with that money, and even some of them start to protest to the companies. They protest, like they stop work for days, just because they they call uh, to the increase of their wage. They want to have a better life, but at the time, maybe the company uh, did not listen to that voice, because they still go on, and if one labor stop, they will uh, search they will open another recruitment, so they can replace that labor. And yeah, back to the developing country. For decades, think the capitalists have imposed our mind with the dogma that they deliver to the our education. Maybe they want to we as a developing country not develop. I mean, they want that they want to they want we uh, to be a dumb person. Yeah, they had if we getting smarter, because if we get smarter, the noise will be very noisy, right, for them. But in this era, in this globalization, we can access a lot of information, and some information that we believe was right at that time, and we realize that it is not that right. I mean, it's wrong. For example, like I said uh, in the in the early of the video, that we often hear that we often hear the old man said that we have to work with sincerely, we have to work without think about money, and we will have a good reward of that effort in the afterlife. I mean, you know, they they romant they make that sound romantic and dramatic, but basically it doesn't uh, make sense at all, right? And yeah, uh, and they also said that silent is cold, blah blah blah, and it doesn't make any sense. If every smart people in developing country thinks that silent is cold and it's better than we speak up, and then there is no change, right, in our generation, and they will uh, commonly control our life with low wage, low education, bad bad system that make us dumb and don't have critical thinkings, that we need to improve ourselves, our civilization, because they want to uh, getting better and better, and they want to us to get worse and worse and worse. Like if we show a good signs of improvement, they will make some, you know, make some conspiracy. They will make some bad things happen in our country or something like that. I mean, we have to think about that too. And think that's it for today. um, See you next week. Bye.